Hello beautiful people, it's Robyn Thomas here with Resemble Me by Robyn. Welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing a virgin relaxer on my favorite client, who also happens to be my mom. So my mom has been natural, I want to say for about a decade. She's been natural for a decade, and one thing I can say is I do love how she just goes with the flow. So we had initially agreed on doing her like crochet braids. It's like her go-to protective style, and then she texted us like, I want a verb. So she was coming down to watch the kids for my husband and I as we went to, for our anniversary celebration, and we went to the hair store, grabbed us a box of perm, and this is the end result. So if you are interested in how we got here, definitely keep watching. So my mom is vegan, and she wanted to try to find a vegan relaxer, and whenever we went online and like typed it in, like vegan relaxers, the ORS olive oil brand is what came up. So there are different brands or different kinds of olive oil relaxers, but I'm assuming the one that's partnered with ORS is the vegan one, because even when we went in the store, we saw different ones, and we were looking for like a regular or a mild perm, because as you can see from the beginning of the video, my mom has very low density hair. And so we were looking for something that wasn't as strong. And there were other relaxers or perms options in the store that was, again, the brand olive oil, but they weren't ORS olive oil. So this is the one that came up. This is the one we decided to get. And right now I'm really just showing you, look at my baby girl, I'm just showing you the relaxer, and also the neutralizing shampoo and the conditioner that we're going to be using. And I told her to buy like these two big bottles, simply because whenever she goes like for her touch-ups and stuff, like she'll just have this. And I also I couldn't remember like how big the packages were in the box. So now I'm showing you everything that came in the box, but I couldn't remember how big it was. I know that when I like watched a ton of perm videos, basically, when I watched a lot of them like last year when I was thinking about perming my hair, I didn't see, I'll always hear a stylist saying that what they have in the box is not enough. So I would just basically wanted to be like ultra prepared to make sure that they had that there was enough neutralizing shampoo, especially so to make sure that the perm was all washed out and so forth. But again, as you can see, that my mom's hair is low density, so what came in the pack probably would have been enough. Honestly, I can't remember. It's been like a month, so I can't remember. I don't think we used what was in the pack. I think I just went on ahead. Oh no, I did use the shampoo that was in there. Yes, and then I used the neutralizing shampoo, then I used the regular shampoo. So anywho, we did buy those additional ones so that we can make sure we had enough for this one, and then also so we would have she can have it in the future for whenever she does her touch-ups. And honestly, I wonder why I did that, because if she's gonna buy a box every time, then it's gonna be in there. Anywho, I guess I was just trying to be like extremely prepared. And I say that too as if I'm not the person that's probably going to be doing her touch-up relaxers, because she doesn't plan on touching up her relaxers like super often. But yeah, so I'm just going through and making sure that I'm reading everything, trying to see which items that are included in the box that I want to use. I showed you everything. You can like go back and pause the videos to like read everything they had in there, but they had like extra oils and this and that. And I knew I just wanted the relaxer and the neutralizing shampoo and the conditioner, right? I wanted all of the simple products that would work together. I have my own other products I want to use for the actual styling and stuff of the hair. So yeah, it is really, really simple. All you do is add the chemical activator to the cream and just stir it up. And it says on the instructions to stare it for at least 1 minute, so at least 60 seconds. You know how we do. Something say 5 minutes, we gotta go 20. So for me, instead of doing 1 minute, I did probably about 3, just to make sure it was nice and creamy and nice and mixed together. Always making sure that I'm more prepared than what it says to be. So yeah, you see it's sped up right here, and I'm just spinning, making sure it's mixed all together. So she is just coming out of crochet braids, I believe she had in. She's just coming out of crochet braids. So what you see me doing right here is parting her hair into 4 sections and detangling her hair thoroughly, so that whenever I do go in with the relaxer, I am not having to fight against any shed hair that has not come out yet, or coming into any tangles as I'm trying to move. Because one of the things that you want to make sure you are doing is keeping up with the time. You do not want to be lollygagging or having to stop and start while you are putting the relaxer on. The instructions said that you want to, I think it said like 20 to 25 minutes, like no more than, it might have even said no more than 20 minutes. I think I did my timer to make sure, like a stopwatch to keep track of the time. And so I think it ended up being like 22 minutes. I had it on my iPad and I was supposed to show it in the video, but that didn't happen. But anywho, so I did see a lot of techniques. Like I said, last year when I was I was thinking about perming my own hair again. I was watching a lot of videos of professionals that were doing it, because it's been like well over a decade since I have done this. But yeah, so what I'm doing is basically I'm going around the perimeter of the quadrant, and I'm applying the relaxer about 3/4, half an inch to 3/4 of an inch away from her scalp. Okay, so the scalp, or yes, from her scalp. So her roots are going to be the very last part that I touch up. And it's so funny because as I was doing it, I may have like finished this section, and she was like, are you putting it all the way at the top of my hair? I was like, Ma, I seen a couple videos, they were saying do that part last. So she was making sure, like, listen here, I'm trying to get that thing as straight as possible. You know how we used to be. Now, we used to feel it on our scalp and stuff like that, and we were doing it wrong basically when we were first coming up, or at least some of us was. I don't know about everybody, but we was used to being like, slathered on and from root to tip every time, even if it wasn't a virgin relaxer. So anyways, we have learned better ways of doing that, and we're going to get into more of that after I kind of discussed this a little bit. So yeah, so I'm basically just applying it to her hair, and I'm smoothing it in with my fingers because honestly, it's easier that way. It's very easy that way. And again, I'm trying not to go all the way up to that looks like about, like I say, 3/4, half an inch to 3/4 of an inch away from her scalp. And so I'm smoothing that, putting that on the rest of her hair and smoothing that out, making sure that it is all over thoroughly in there. You also want to make sure that you're taking smaller sections. Again, my mom's hair is low density. If you have a higher density hair, then you may want to take sections that are smaller than this. And you'll see as I continue that all the sections are not, you're going to see it kind of get bigger as I go because of the density of her hair. But I'm just making sure that this is fully saturated with the relaxer and I'm smoothing it in. again, checking. You can't see my iPad, but I am checking to make sure that I'm keeping up a good time. And I'm just going to continue to do that throughout the whole head. And then you're going to see me come back and go and touch up the roots of it and go through and like smooth it out. It's really, I really think watching it is explanatory enough. So I'm going to let you guys watch it while we talk about some other things. So let's talk about first natural hair, right? So natural hair and going back to relaxers. So something I do want to say is I feel that we are much more knowledgeable on how to care for our hair since the natural hair movement has been a thing, right? So I know for me, my natural hair movement started in 2012, and that was after I seen my sister, one of my older sisters, who went natural. And yeah, that's when I started I had just started college. I started doing like my research and stuff like that. And in doing all of their research and trial and error throughout all of these years of being natural. So for me, it's been 13, I guess. 13 years. I've learned how to take care of hair, right? So not skipping your wash days, always doing a conditioning session on your wash days. Moisture is your absolute best friends, and protectants is your absolute best friends, right? When it comes to working with natural hair, which essentially is what it comes to working with or having healthy hair altogether, right? So I do feel that a lot of people have been going back to having their hair relaxed. And I can remember when I was growing up, I've had a relaxer probably since I was maybe 4 or 5 or something. But I can remember when I was growing up, and the girls who did have hair that was down their back, their parents either took them to go get their hair done every week or every 2 weeks, or they did it themselves every week to every 2 weeks, right? But when you think about it, again, it's a whole routine, right? When you go to the beauty shop, you get your hair washed, you get your conditioner on there, whether they sit you. My beautician used to sit me in a bowl for about 10 minutes, right? For about 10 minutes with my conditioner on, and then she would rinse it out. But if that's something that's done weekly, then your hair is always receiving, is more likely to be hydrated, right? So your hair being hydrated and moisture, that's two different things. Your hair is hydrated when you're constantly making sure that you are moisturizing your hair, right? So when you're making sure to, again, washing your hair every 7 to 10 days, doing your conditioning treatments, not putting heat on your hair in between those times, which is constantly sucking out the moisture that's in your hair, right? So again, we have learned over these years the importance of moisture and how to keep one's hair moisturized to get the best result. Now, let's top that with, and I'm going to say it, people who have natural hair absolutely hate hearing it. They hate hearing it. But it is the absolute truth. Straight hair is easier to manage. Straight hair is easier to manage. My mom has had different types of styles as a natural person, right? So she went from a TWA to wearing all type of protective styles, where there was micro braids, crochet braids, box braids, Marley twists, or just wearing her hair out, to locking her hair, wearing locks, you know what I mean, for 4 years, to saying, I'm done with my locks. Now I want to go back to wearing it natural. I want to be able to have versatility with my hair. You know what I'm saying? She did that. So was very she does what she wants to do when she wants to do it. So she's at the point where she's like, listen, I want to go back to being able to wash my hair quickly. And she's always been able to wash her hair quickly. Like, her hair is, to me, like one of the easiest hairs to work with. But do it herself, right? To wash her hair quickly, to flat wrap it with that foam, okay? Sit under the hooded dryer till that thing dry. Unwrap it to make sure it look good. Wrap it up every night. Unwrap it every morning. 2 to 5 minutes at most daily maintenance, So she was ready and back to the point of, listen here. She don't like it, but I be calling like, mama, you acting your age. That's how I want to say. You're aging, And she's like, I don't have time for all of that. I don't want to make time for all of that. And then she loves me doing her hair. So it's like, I don't want to wait until, I'm able to get to you or till you're able to get to me, for my hair to be done as good as I want it to be. Because my mom does her own hair, but she be like, listen here, I put them a couple braids in. I think when she do her crochet braids, my mom put in about 6 to 8 braids and be like, listen, what you get is what you get, baby. I ain't got to worry about my hair when I wake up in the morning, as opposed to me who will put 10 to 12, or I'll do a beehive or something like that, something that she just doesn't feel like doing, and that's okay. And so she was basically to the point where she was like, I want to be able to do my hair quickly and look presentable. Not saying that she wasn't, but again, look presentable, every time I do my hair, and not have to be worrying about this, not to be worrying about that. And on top of that, she can still put braids on there. You know what I mean? She can still do braid styles or protective styles or whatever. She can put a quick weave back in if she want to, you know what I'm saying, for 2 weeks or so and wash it out and call it a day. But she was ready to have an easier time with her hair. And that's where we are, So that's something I want, if you guys are watching and you are listening, to the whole thing as I'm installing, like, I want to know, where are you in your natural hair journey? Like, where are you? Because for me, listen, was about where my mom is. So this video is about a month old from when I'm going to upload it. But I was like my mom, like I was doing her perm, was like, girl, I'm about to go to the hair store and buy my own. I'm about to go buy my own, but I decided to just go as a straight natural. If you see my previous video, that I decided to become a straight natural, and I talked all about that. I'll link that in here in the description box if you want to watch and listen to that. I don't want to talk about that here. But yeah, I want to know where you are. Put in the comments, where are you in your natural hair journey? Like, are you like, no, baby, we still out here flourishing. I got a routine. Everything is good. I like my natural curls. I'm not trying to damage it, or are you like, nah, I'm about where your mom is and ready to just gonna hang it up and do something different. Like, I think that's something that, and even myself, I had to like get over, is doing something different. Like saying, hey, I don't want to wear my hair like this anymore because of lifestyle or whatever, or this or that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are busy these days. People don't have the money to constantly go and get their hair done. People want to see their hair thrive. Sometimes for people, protective styles do not work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does more damage than it does good. Because sometimes people do become neglectful because they're not seeing their hair and they feel that they don't have to do their hair, but not having or wanting to pay for the maintenance or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, where are you in your natural hair journey? Like, where are you currently? Write in the comment section, where are you? Are you like, again, I'm going strong. I'm thinking about making some sort of change. I don't know what change I want to make, or I'm done with it. I would like to know, because I have been seeing an influx of people returning back to getting their hair perm. So I would like to know your thoughts and views on that. So something else that I mentioned earlier in the video that I kind of wanted to dive deeper into, right? We don't plan on doing the touch-ups as often as we did before we went natural, right? So again, we have learned how to care for our hair, I think, a lot more, because we were doing a lot of DIYs or at homes or trying to figure it out. When the natural hair era, for lack of better words, came around, we were experimenting. If I can be frank, we were really experimenting, trying to figure out, okay, what works for this? How can I do this? My hair is like this, and I want this result, or yada, yada, yada. So, during that time, I feel like we learned a lot of things. And now that people are going back again to relax hair and doing their research, and there were a lot of stylists who continue to do it, and we're trying to teach people that you can, I don't want to say necessarily have healthy permed hair, because you are breaking out most of the buns basically of your hair. But I honestly, what do you guys think? Like, if a person is able to retain the length that they have with relaxer, would you call that healthy, or would you not call that healthy? Like, would you call it healthy for a person to, after a year of having their hair relaxed and doing the maintenance and growing retaining 4 to 6 inches, would you not call that healthy natural hair? I mean, not natural hair, healthy relaxed hair. So I'm going to ask it like that. So, okay, so back to the point, like, stylists who were still doing relaxers for people, we're basically trying to teach people how they can have healthy relaxed hair, if that's a thing, right? If we say that that's a thing. I really do want to know y'all thoughts on it. But basically, one of the main things that I was seeing when I was doing like my research was them saying, do not, two things. Stop relaxing your hair once a month, right? So you should be able to go about 6 to 8 weeks, basically. Some people may call that stretching your relaxer, but most people that I've seen were saying that, you have a really good sight of the line of demarcation, which is going to bring me to my second point, which is not overlapping your relaxers, right? So when you wait that 6 to 8 weeks, you can really see the amount of new growth that you have. So when you're applying your touch-up relaxer, you're more likely to not overlap over the hair that's already relaxed, which was a big problem that we had. And I'm speaking of, when I say we, I'm speaking of me and my mom, right? So that we had before we went natural. I can remember vividly, probably up until like closer to the end before I decided to go natural. Listen, every time we went up in there to go get us a perm, my stylist would apply that relaxer. Yes, she would start at the, the actual part, the new growth that needed to be relaxed. But by the time she was done applying the relaxer and smoothing it in, I think most of it came from the smoothing process. Most of the hair was coated again with relaxer, right? So that is where over-processing the hair comes from, where it's continuously breaking down those buns, that are in the hair, which eventually causes breakage, right? So now we know, again, 2 things: not to get your touch up once a month, but instead try to go 6 to 8 weeks. 8 weeks if you can, because that helps you to not overlap on your previous relaxed hair, right? So right now, this is a virgin relaxer, which is why her entire hair is being touched by the perm. When I do come back to do her touch-up relaxer, I will show you guys exactly what I mean by that, just in case you're a visual learner. But again, I do feel like we have learned, things that will help us to be better this go round when it comes to our hair being relaxed. and thriving and retaining the length and things like that. So I talked to my mom like while I was doing this and telling her like, okay, you know, now that it's easier, right? That it's more manageable, easier to manage, you should be washing your hair once a week. Like there shouldn't be a problem for you washing your hair once a week. That's going to help with hydrating your hair, which in turn is going to help retain the length, of your hair. Especially when your hair starts to get to your shoulders, which is like a plateau or area where people feel like their hair stopped growing then, but the real reason is because of the outside elements start to take over. So basically, when our hair gets to our shoulders, now it is constantly rubbing against like our fabric, right? Our sweaters, our shirts, our materials on there, which is drying the hair out. So if you are washing your hair weekly, then you are combating that dryness. Instead of waiting, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, depending on how long a person chooses to go to not wash their hair. But those things have taught us again. And we're going to go on my channel. I'm definitely going to go through this journey because it's a part of hair, And that's another thing, like, it's just hair. I think once you like, and I could be trying to get a little deep right here, but once you realize like this is really just a physical and it don't matter that much, you know what I'm saying? You can really accept and appreciate and live better and more freely when you realize it's just hair. So you can perm it if you want to. You can go natural if you want to. You can cut it off if you want to. You can color it if you want to. You can add weave if you want to. You can add braids. I have had clients over the years who have told me like, length is not my goal. I want to have fun with my hair. I want my hair to be healthy enough to where I can do whatever it is I want to do with my hair. And that's as simple as that. So I want to know y'all thoughts on that. But yeah, now you see me washing out her relaxer. Again, that process took about 22 minutes to do. And so now you see me washing out her relaxer, and I am taking my time. And I made sure to show you all this in real time. I wanted you all to see how long it really takes to do it and not skip over anything. That's how I think a lot of my videos are like that. Or at least I strive for a lot of my videos to be like that. But I am taking my time to make sure that all of that permed hair all of that chemical is rinsed out of her hair. Look, y'all, I was like, over her. Over how straight her hair was. I truly was like, girl, you about to make me go get a perm. You about to make me go get a perm and put on my own head. But yeah, so I am taking my time and I am washing out all of that relaxer. Oh, and another thing that I want to say too. So apparently I don't know if it's because it's vegan or it's like no lye. I don't know if no lye means vegan. I don't know. I didn't really do my research like that, right? I kind of left it up to her, but or Google rather, that just told us, or it's olive oil. But yeah, her head wasn't itching or burning at all. Like there was not one point where she was uncomfortable. You can see she was just there chilling. There was not one point in time where she was uncomfortable, and it wasn't on the video or anything, but of course it was. But anyways, she was scratching her head like since I had picked her up from the airport, she was scratching her head, and then she was like, "Oh, God, I'm getting the perm," thinking back to when we used to take out our braids or take out the previous style, and our stylists would be like, "Don't scratch your head because it's gonna burn. You open up your pores of your scalp, and you don't want to do that, and you'll get chemical burns." She did not itch or burn at all during this. And again, she was scratching her hair right before we put it in. She's like, "Ooh, what am I doing?" But then she was like, "Well, they say it's not supposed to burn because it's no lye." So I can attest to that. That is true. She did not have any problems with that, and she has not had any chemical reactions to show up on her scalp after doing her relaxer. So they are telling the truth about that. I think this is the only person that's used it, but I think the brand and also me focusing or not focusing on her roots at the beginning probably helped with that as well. So yeah. And then after that, I just did the neutralizing shampoo, making sure the water is basically running clear before I move on to the next step. And I think here's where I am going to go because I don't really have much to say. I don't want to just keep talking, and I'm gonna let the music play. I'm gonna let you guys continue to watch. If I do have anything else to say, I'll pop back in, but I don't really think I'll have anything else to say. I think everything is pretty like clear here, as you can see me doing everything. Something I will say is when I did use the conditioner for her, I did go ahead and sit her under the dryer. It didn't say to, but I wanted to, so I set her under the dryer. I think we probably did about 20 minutes under the dryer with a plastic cap on. And then you'll see as she comes back and I finish her hair. But if you have any questions of something that I didn't answer, definitely leave them in the comment section, and if I have an answer to it, I will definitely answer it. Yeah, thank y'all for watching, and please don't forget to let me know, where are you in your natural hair journey? Have you thought about going back to the perm again? Like, how close were you going back? Because like I said, I had purchased it. I purchased Motions. I purchased it and I thought I was ready, and then I just went and exchanged it for some Marley Twist hair. But yeah, let me know where you guys are in your journey with your natural hair. If you've thought about relaxing your hair again, if you have relaxed your hair again after being natural for so long, how has that experience been for you? thank you all so much for tuning in with me today on this video. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for returning. Thank you for sticking with me. If you are new here, definitely hit the subscribe button, as we will be going through my mom's journey with her, new journey with her, as a newly relaxed client. Now my favorite client is now relaxed. Give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Share it with somebody who is contemplating relaxing their hair and you think that the information that I gave today would be helpful. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you beautiful people next time. Peace and blessings.